So this is Woodland Sunflower. This is actually in my yard. And sunflowers, of course, bloom in the fall. You can see this, they attract a ton of pollinators. Since it's a cool day, here we go, look at that. There's actually two bumblebees sharing one flower. Sunflowers bloom in the fall. Sunflowers tend to have very rough leaves. This is called Woodland Sunflower because it actually is the most shade tolerant probably of the whole batch. But they also spread quite a bit, even though, yes, a ton of different pollinators come and visit them, and even though, yes, it produces seeds that a lot of animals favor eating and so forth. It's also a great place for them to sleep. If you look over here, these guys are feeding, but they're also about to go to sleep. We got three bumblebees right here, and all three of them, look at that. All three of them are about to go to sleep. How cool is that? But anyway, it produces a ton of seeds the birds eat. Dozens and dozens of different kinds of caterpillars feed on it. Leaves on most of these things are very, very rough, and this sunflower is no different. But it also spreads not just by seeds, but actually spreads by runners. So this whole patch, in reality, only started with just a few plants, and now look how many there are. It's just tons. Again, look, it's so cool. These guys are actually falling asleep on the flower. That way they've got food all night long, and when they wake up, they're ready to go too. So kind of neat. Late. It provides a late boost of energy for a lot of different things. There's a spotted cucumber beetle that's going to feed on here too. But it also produces seeds, all around, sunflowers are fantastic wildlife plants. And this one's, of course, not going to be any different. One of the reasons I included it in my yard. This was a very shady spot at one time before the shrub came out. And so it's actually really, really spread. And I'm fine with that. I chop it down. It could be 5 or 6 feet tall, but I chop it down midsummer so it can at least be a little bit lower and still have time to reproduce. So a neat woodland sunflower, and a wonderful pollinator plant, as you can well see, as well as producing a ton of seeds and so forth for the birds and the many, many different species of caterpillars feed on its leaves. Woodland sunflower.